Hello everyone, welcome back to another lesson. Today's learning goals are I can write an equation that contains a given point and is parallel to a particular line, and I can write an equation that contains a given point and is perpendicular to a particular line. So we're going to be talking about parallel and perpendicular lines. Okay, parallel and perpendicular lines. So let's go ahead and get started. Parallel lines on a coordinate plane are lines that are equal distant from each other at all points and have the same slope. And parallel lines will never intersect. Okay. So again, they are always equally distant from each other and have the same slope. So here it says find the slope of a line parallel to the given equation. So again, they always have the same slope. So the slope in this equation is 5 over 2. So our slope for any line that's parallel to it is going to be 5 over 2. Here, even though it's written in slope-intercept form, it's kind of written weirdly, where the slope is on the second term. So there's a -2. So here, we have -2 as our slope. Here, it's not written in slope-intercept form, so we need to change it into slope-intercept form so we can figure out what the slope is. So we're going to divide both sides by 3. We can get y equals 4/3 x minus 6. So therefore, the slope for any parallel line would be 4/3. Here it says write the equation for a line that is parallel to the line y equals -4x plus 10 and has a y-intercept of 0, -8. So here there's two ways we can do this. We can do this by knowing that our slope is going to be -4, so y equals -4x plus b. We need to figure out what b is. And so we plug in our point 0, -8. -8 equals -4 times 0 plus b. And b, therefore, is going to be -8. So therefore, our equation is going to be y equals -4x minus 8. Another way that we could do this is using the point slope formula, because we have a point and we know what the slope is going to be. So that'd be y plus 8 equals -4 x minus 0. And therefore y plus 8 equals -4x. Subtract 8 from both sides, and then we get back our answer right here. Here it says write the equation for the line that is parallel to the line 3y equals 2x minus 12 and crosses the y-axis at 6. Go ahead and try this one out on your own. Give your answer in slope-intercept form. What you should have found is that our equation is y is 2/3 x plus 6, because if we divide both sides by 3 to get it in slope-intercept form, we find the slope is 2/3 x. 2/3, and then we plug in 0.6 to get our b value of b equals 6. We could also just know that the y-axis or the y-intercept is going to be 6 and just plug it in that way. But if we were to give a separate point that's not the y-intercept, you would just simply plug in those coordinates into our equation, our general equation right here. Perpendicular lines, as we talked about, are lines that intersect to form a 90-degree angle. We can get rid of this part. We already did this part in class. Got to get rid of that. And so slopes of perpendicular lines are opposite reciprocals. And to find the slope, we flip the fraction and change the sign. So here, it says find the slope of a line perpendicular to the given equation. Here, our slope is 4/5, so we're going to flip it to make it 5 over 4 and put a negative sign in front of it. So our slope is going to be -5/4. Here, we're going to do the same thing right here. And so our slope is going to be +2 because of 2 over 1. And then change it from a negative to a positive. Go ahead and try the last two out on your own. What you should have found is this one is going to be -1/5, because 5 flipped over is 1/5. And then here our slope is -10, so therefore our slope for a perpendicular line is going to be +1/10. Here it says write the equation for a line described in slope-intercept form. Okay, and so we have the y-intercept right here, so we're going to have y equals negative 4 over 3x plus b. Plug in 0, 3. 3 equals b, so therefore our equation will be, in slope-intercept form, negative 4/3 x plus 3 equals y. Here, we're not given the y-intercept, so we're going to definitely have to plug in our points. But our slope here is going to be negative 3 because that's the opposite reciprocal of 1/3, because we're going to have a perpendicular line. So our formula is y equals negative 3x plus b. We're going to plug in our points. Negative 2, 7, so 7 equals negative 3, negative 2 plus b. We get 7 equals 6 plus b. Subtract 6 from both sides. We get b equals 1. So therefore our equation will be y equals negative 3x plus 1. Go ahead and try number 12 out on your own. Give your answer in slope-intercept form. What you should have found is that the equation is y equals negative 1/6 x plus 7.